What's up, everybody? This is Ben with the BTC Sessions, and this is your daily session.
Hodl that Bitcoin.
Now, before we get into everything, I just want to remind everyone to please head over to my website if you would like to book me for a one-on-one education session. Maybe you need some help setting up a wallet. Maybe you need some help understanding proper security, anything like that. Maybe you just want to discuss some overarching topics. I would be happy to do that. Head to my website. Everything you need is right there. Also, if anybody wants some BTC Sessions swag, I've got some shirts and stuff. I just kind of started this Teespring thing. So if you want to wear my big dumb face across your chest, here's your opportunity. Anyways, on to the news. All right, so we're just checking out the top of coin market cap here. So a quick refresh. Bitcoin's still up over 4,000. Not a lot of movement the past day or so. So it's just kind of kicking around. Is this the beginning of the next bull run? I don't know. I'm still expecting a bit of a boring year. Anyways, nothing too much, nothing too exciting happening here. Bitcoin SV is down to 10 because Tron, for some unknown reason, is up about 8%. But yeah, nothing much to look at here. Nothing too exciting. Moving on. Now, this actually was happening yesterday. I want to get into the Ethereum Classic 51% attack. Now, anybody unfamiliar, what is a 51% attack? Well, essentially, this means if you own or control 51% or more of a particular coin's computer network, I guess the hashing power, which is computing power that is allocated to help vet and verify transactions. So if you own 51% of a network's hash rate, you can effectively start to attempt to rewrite history. Now, what would an attack like this look like? Well, the best one that we've seen thus far, or the best way to exploit something like this, would be to do something like, in this case, try to deposit a large amount of Ethereum Classic onto an exchange, wait for that to be confirmed on the blockchain, wait for it to be tradable, then to trade that coin for any other coin and withdraw it from the exchange. At the same time, you know that you have 51% or more of the hashing power of the network. You can start to rewrite the history of transactions so that your deposit never happened. In the end, you end up still holding the Ethereum Classic and holding however much you were able to trade for another coin. So you have both coins, and the exchange itself is out the money. In this case, it looks like it was an attempt to basically steal about $500,000. And Coinbase, it seems that they stopped trading on that amount on the Ethereum Classic on their platform once they noticed some irregularities. Now, do I think this is over and done with? Absolutely not. I saw this on Twitter. I found it very interesting. So Ethereum Classic has about just shy of 5% of the hash rate, or the computing power backing it, its security, of Ethereum. So that means anybody mining Ethereum, if you have about 5% of the Ethereum network, you could momentarily reallocate your hashing power and point it at Ethereum Classic and carry out one of these attacks. And the interesting thing here, if anybody's not following Not Groobles, you probably should, but he points out that Bitcoin Cash, or Bcash, is only just shy of 4% of Bitcoin's hash rate. So he argues that Bcash is more of a liability for exchanges than ETC. Very interesting. So we're going to move on now from the 51% attack to this little tidbit, which really made me angry, but in the end, I think it'll be an overall positive thing. And this is that the Google Play Store has forced Samourai Wallet, my favorite mobile Bitcoin wallet, to remove a couple, well, actually three features, one of which is something called, where is it? Stealth mode down here. So stealth mode allows you to essentially hide the app so it's not shown in the app drawer and access it by typing in a special set of characters on your phone dialer. So if you were in an area where perhaps you're not allowed to have Bitcoin, or somebody might be trying to steal your Bitcoin, you could essentially hide the app so to the naked eye it wouldn't seem that you actually had the application on your phone, and thus you wouldn't be you likely wouldn't be vulnerable to somebody forcing you to send out your funds. They were forced to remove that, as well as ways to do remote SMS commands for your wallet, and to stop something called SIM swapping attacks, where somebody would swap out your SIM card. And basically, it's a net negative for users of Samourai Wallet, and they actually applied for an exemption with Google months ago and were denied, regardless of the fact that it puts all of the users of this app at risk and takes away their ability to ensure the safety of their funds. So I think this is a huge misstep on the part of Google Play, but here is the silver lining in my eyes. Just announced today, Samourai said you can now install Samourai via APK file, so essentially using your mobile browser and just downloading the file directly and installing onto your Android device. So you can bypass the Google Play Store. Now, this isn't a new thing. People were always able to do this via other apps, but they've made it available for you to do with Samourai Wallet now. And I think in limiting the ability of these apps to give you proper security or give you the features that people were downloading them for in the first place, they're now opening people up to alternative ways to add apps on their phone. So in this instance, I'm thinking, well, I should obviously make a video explaining how to install the APK file of Samourai Wallet instead of using the App Store. And that's exactly what I'm going to do in the coming week or two here. So keep your eyes peeled for that. But while it is a stumbling block, it is a net positive because it reduces people's reliance on things like the Google Play Store, and people can no longer tell you how to use your mobile device. So, great job, Google Play. Really, really pushing things forward there. So anyways, let's move on. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but essentially one of the ECB, European Central Bank Council members, has said that cryptocurrencies are a load of nonsense, that they're going to zero. He made reference to the fact that we're in a bear market. He made reference to them being essentially like the tulip bubble, which, wow, never heard that reference before. But essentially, I think the funniest quote, I think we will come back in a few years from now and say, how could we have ever gotten into this situation where we believed this kind of a fairy tale story? I mean, color me surprised that somebody from a central bank doesn't like Bitcoin. Wow. Anyways, this is a non-story, so I'm just going to move on because this is just more of the same. Now, this one I found very interesting. Charlie Lee put out this tweet, and he said, some self-proclaimed Bitcoin maximalists are actually Bitcoin extremists. They think all other coins are scams and will go to zero. Maximalists think Bitcoin is and will remain the dominant cryptocurrency, but there is room for altcoins to exist and even do well. I think this is trash. Don't get me wrong. I think Charlie is a very nice guy. I think he's great. I was at Litecoin Summit, not because I'm super stoked about Litecoin or anything, but there was some people there that I was excited to meet. So looking at this, I mean, the term Bitcoin maximalist was coined by Vitalik from Ethereum as a dig against Bitcoiners for not having an open mind. And lo and behold, it didn't work because we took that title and ran with it and are proud to say, I'm proud to say I'm a Bitcoin maximalist. And I think in trying to change the language, it's trying to pay, because maximalist didn't have a negative enough connotation, oh, we've got to switch the narrative to be extremists, so it sounds even scarier now. But in reality, if somebody says they're a maximalist, how many maximalists are you hearing say, yeah, I'm a Bitcoin maximalist, but I also like Litecoin and this coin and this coin and this coin? no, I haven't heard much of that at all. So, hey, if Charlie Lee wants to label me a Bitcoin extremist because I think that Bitcoin has the absolute best chance of succeeding, and I think most other coins, whether or not are purposefully scamming people, are more or less a way for people to lose their money, then sure, I'm a Bitcoin extremist, I guess. Regardless of how many times they change that title and deem it to be even more negative, it's not going to change economic reality. So, hey, let's take on the mantle of Bitcoin extremists now, I guess. I don't even care. Okay, let's move on. The Winklevoss twins and their Gemini exchange have gone on this crazy spamming kind of ad campaign in New York City. Now, things like this. Crypto needs rules. Gemini, you can't really see it here, it's far away, but Gemini, the underlying regulated crypto exchange. So they're basically trying to play on the fact that, oh, thank God for regulation. Thank God. Finally, a regulated place to buy, sell, and store crypto. I don't know. This is my favorite. Peter McCormick. Here, I fixed it. Crypto needs rules. Bitcoin doesn't give a fuck. I love that. Again, if you want to see the sentiment from the crypto community, this is the most tone deaf ad, I think. Revolutions need rules. What a stupid marketing campaign. Revolutions need rules? Yes, absolutely. I can recall all of those incredible revolutions that happened where they followed a strict rule set and made sure that they didn't make anybody angry. Like when at the Boston Tea Party, everybody responsibly paid their taxes. Anyways, you can kind of see the sentiment of this just by scrolling through the replies on Twitter. Oh my God. Yeah, it's not super positive. A lot of vomiting gifs. Everybody's saying fail, fuck you and your rules. Bitcoin doesn't give a fuck. Shame on you. Honey Badger don't care. More vomiting. Revolutions need consensus rules only. Lots of NPC memes. So, people aren't fans. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna wrap it there. That is kind of the fun stuff that I saw this week. As always, be sure to hit like and subscribe. Drop a tip if you're able to. I am now accepting obviously Bitcoin SegWit donations, but I'm also accepting tips via the Lightning Network and via PAYNYMs. So I've got those 3 QR codes up at the end here. And beyond that, be sure to head over to my website if you'd like to book a session with me. So until next time, I will see you guys for your daily session tomorrow.